All right, thanks for joining me for another review. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Believer's Bible Commentary book. It's a complete Bible commentary, all in one volume, and it's from William MacDonald and edited by Art Farstad. Um, right off the bat, you can see this is a huge book. Huge book. I have many books in my library. This probably is the largest one that I have. It's a very large book. It's got 2,300 and something pages to it. So you're just shy of 2,500 pages to this book. You know the saying, don't judge a book by its cover. This is one of those books. Obviously, there's not much eye candy to this cover here, to this book. It's just kind of very dull. Doesn't really, there's really nothing on it that catches your eye or makes you want to pick it up off the shelf. But don't judge this book by its cover. This is actually one of my favorite books. Let's jump into it here a little bit. We have the contents, the table of contents here. We have the author's preface, the editor's introduction. It's got some maps. I wouldn't get too excited about the maps in here. All the maps, which are very many, they're all black and white. They're very basic maps. You're not buying this book for the maps, or I didn't anyway. The meat and potatoes of this book is definitely in the commentary itself. What they talk about, the commentators, I mean, they really put some meaningful commentary in here. Some of the best commentary that I've read, and I have many commentary books, and this is one of my absolute favorites. As you can see here, we have the introduction to the Old Testament. There's not much outside of the actual commentary itself. They didn't put a bunch of help notes in here and whatnot, you know, like study Bibles and other commentary books. So you might get some picture maps, some charts, you know, some real pretty eye candy in the book and whatnot. Don't expect that out of this book. Like I said, the meat and potatoes of this is in the commentary itself, but it is second to none in my book, no pun intended. One of my favorite books here. They have a little kind of break in the in between the Testaments, introduction to the Gospels here, introduction to the New Testament they have here, and then they get right back into the commentary. Like I said, you're not going to find much outside of that. Each book has an introduction, much like the study Bible, any kind of study Bible that you'd have. They have an introduction, you know, the unique place in the canon, the authorship, the background and themes, the date, and your outline, and then it jumps right into the commentary. Like I said, that's what you would be buying this book for, mainly, is the commentary. But what they wrote, I mean, it's really been a blessing to me. So much of what I read out of this commentary book sticks with me, just because it's so deep, it's so meaningful. I gotta tell you, this is one of the main books that I keep out. You have those books that you keep on your shelf. And then you have some of those books that you keep right next to you, right handy on your desk. This is one of those books for me. I keep it on my desk, right next to me. I go to it every day. I do a lot of marking in this book, just because there's so much commentary that is just spectacular in here that really speaks to me. So as you see here, I've got this here all marked up, and I just want to give you an example here. Where in 1 Peter 5, where he's talking about not worrying, 5:7, you know, that Jesus cares for you and to place all your anxieties on him. Just a little bit of meaningful commentary here that they give you, that I had to highlight and mark, and it has stuck with me every day. I remember this every day. And it says, worry is unnecessary. There is no need for us to bear the burdens when he is willing and able to bear them for us. Worry is futile. It hasn't solved the problem yet. Worry is sin. A preacher once said, worry is sin because it denies the wisdom of God. It says that he doesn't know what he's doing. It denies the love of God. It says he does not care. And it denies the power of God. It says that he isn't able to deliver me from whatever is causing me to worry. Something to think about. And it really is something to think about. I read that. I was blown away by that. I mean, that just really spoke to me. Not many commentary books will get a hold of you like that. Maybe it's just me, but like I said, that one really spoke to me, and I've remembered that in my daily walk. But they got so much deep, meaningful commentary. They also, something else I really like they do, they quote many Christian leaders throughout history and theologians and like C.S. Lewis, if you like C.S. Lewis, Charles Spurgeon, just to name a couple of many people, they quote in here. So, you know, if C.S. Lewis was quoted talking about a particular Bible verse or scripture, they will quote him in here. And to be honest with you, there's a lot of people that are quoting in here I've never even heard of. But I mean, whoever's saying it, they're right on with the scripture. I mean, I've not come across very many verses in here, commentary verses that I didn't agree with, and actually it is this book has just been a blessing to me. It's really helped me learn a lot. Like I said, you're not going to find much outside the commentary of this. They got some maps here in the back, but they're just kind of little black and white maps. Nothing you're going to get excited about. They do have a few pictures, but it's black and white. Not much to really look at there. The meat and potatoes, like I said, is all in the book itself. It says in the commentary. The commentary in this book is second to none. Like I said, I keep this one out. I use this in my daily study. Highly recommended. And even the binding, I was really worried about this book because it's so large. I was wondering how the binding would hold up, but they actually did very well with getting the binding to actually bend with this book. It is just a large book, but you can see the binding bends with it. It bends with it. And I mean, it even lays flat. Look how it bends with it. I was very impressed with that. I was really concerned when I first got it that the binding wasn't going to last, but very impressed with it. The only complaint about it is the size, but obviously it's well worth the size with all the information that they got in here. Good stuff. I'm not going to take this anywhere with me. You know, this is for my home office. I leave this on my desk. It's just too large to be carrying around. My mom actually brings us to Bible study sometimes. She has the exact same copy. She'll bring it to Bible study sometimes, and you know, it's like she's walking in my house with a boat anchor. So it's kind of funny. I leave mine on my desk, but it does. I know there's a second edition out. The cover looks more colorful and more catchy. It'll grab you, and it even looks like it might be a little bit better made. This cover, it seems really cheap and very dull. But like I said, this is not a book to judge by its cover. One of my favorite books all time. Thanks for watching. God bless.